everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you guys a more Christmassy but still natural looking makeup look, and today I will be using this palette from Too Faced, and this is the Cinnamon Swirl. This is their limited edition eyeshadow palette. Every year they come up with something similar to this. I have last year's one, which is the Pumpkin Spice, but I am especially loving this year's one because this is what it looks like on the inside. I really like all the colours. I think they are so natural looking and very easy to use. So now let's get started. I have already put some moisturizer on my face, and I am also going to be using this rather than foundation, and this is the WASO Color Smart Day Moisturizer. Comes out like this, but when I put it on my face, it will start to change color. So I'm going to just rub it in, and you can see it's starting to change into a more beigey tone and just help to even out my complexion. As you can see, I don't know why I have like different colors on my forehead. That's fine. I'm just going to use my fingers with this because it is a moisturizer. I've tried using a brush, but there are very obvious streaks. I think this is slightly more oily than a typical foundation, so it doesn't really do very well with brushes, I find. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to conceal, and I'm using this ink concealer by Peripera, and I've just been using this for like quite a few years now. I'm just going to put a little bit around my eyes. Okay, so I'm going to leave it as it is now, and I'm taking my MERCIER powder and just giving a light sweep across the face. Now that we have to wear masks more often again, I'm going to make sure that this does not transfer onto my mask as much. So now I'm trying to reduce the amount of makeup that transfers onto my mask. So I'm just going to powder this half of my face. And around my nose, and with the remaining powder I will go around my eyes because my eyes do crease, and then onto my forehead. The next thing I like to do is my brows. So I'm using this Etude House brow pencil. I think this is a little bit too dark for my eyebrows, so I'm going to have like go with like a lighter hand. So I'm going to follow the shape of my eyebrow, and I have microblading done, so I'm just going to follow that shape. And I always start like towards the end, the middle end of my eyebrow, because that's where like most of your hairs are naturally the most dense. So I will start by placing most of the color here. I'm going to lightly shape my back of my eyebrow. Now taking this end of the pencil, I am going to brush it out. I'm going to brush out the hairs and also spread the color to the front. Okay, so now I think it looks more natural this way, because otherwise if I were to take this pencil and draw it in the front, there's a chance it will look too boxy. There's a higher chance it will look too boxy and unnatural, so I prefer this way where there's like a natural gradient. If you do not have a lot of eyebrow hairs, if you do not have like a lot of eyebrow hairs in the front, you can always take an eyebrow pencil and just draw the individual hairs rather than using this to color it in, because it will really look quite harsh. Now moving on to the eyes, we're going to do something that's a little bit more shiny but still very natural looking, something that it's, you know, you can wear everywhere and it's nice and easy to create. So I'm taking this brush, and this is by Colourpop. I'm going into the color Sugar Rush, and this is a nice peach. Is it a peach? Kind of like a neutral brownish peachy color. And now I'm going to just use this and sweep it all over my lid. So I'm just following up to here where the crease is. The color is still obvious when I open my eyes. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay, now that I've got a very nice rounded shape, I'm going to move on to deepen the ends of my eye. And for that, I'm going to use a denser brush so that the color is more packed at the ends. But I also don't want to make it too small because I want it to be more diffused. And then I am going to take this color here. It's called Lick the Spoon. Cute. And this Lick the Spoon color here, you can see, is a pink. Very pretty warm pink. And I am going to place that at the edge of my eye and just buff it in tiny circles at the edge. Do the same for the other side. So now that I'm done with the top part of my eye, I am going to balance out the bottom part of my eye. And I'm going to go in with Cinnamon Swirl. So I have a flat brush here. And go in from here. Halfway. Just halfway like that. Same for the other side. And now I'm taking another flat brush and I'm going to draw out like a very light aegyo style. And if you don't know what that means, it's basically drawing out my eye bags. And it does help to make the eye look bigger. So there's a very like Korean trend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out the shape using a contour color, and this is by 3CE. It looks very dark, but actually when I put it on, it's not as dark as it is on the palette. So just going to take this angled brush, cap off the excess, and I'm going to draw it here. So I already have a crease here. I'm just going to draw it like that, make it thicker. No, not make it thicker, make it more obvious. Here as well, where my natural crease is, I'm going to just extend it to the back. So now that I've drawn the bottom part, I'm going to use this pointed tip brush, and I'm going to go in another more toned down like shimmer shade, and I'm going to use this color here, which is Gooey Goodness, because this is it's pinky but it's still pretty light. And just using this from the inner corners, I'm going to go there, dust it on over the area. And this is just to highlight the inner corners as well as the eye bag. Now for the fun part, I'm going to go in and put a little bit of glitter. And I'm going to use this shade here, which is Frost the Buns. This is a pinky shade, and I'm just going to go in with this brush again. Take a little bit. I don't want it to be too much. I don't want the glitter to be too obvious. I just want it to be like a little sparkle, a little surprise in the middle of the eye. I'm going to put it on the ball of my eye. Frost those buns. And I'm not going to blend it out all the way to the side or to the end. I'm just going to use, because I chose this small brush so that I could just do this. Blend it out just on my eyeball. Okay. Now same thing with this side. So now I'm going to move on to eyeliner, and I have a brown eyeliner here. This is by Heroine Make. I have a similar one in black, but I'm going to use brown because I want it to look more natural. I'm just going to follow my natural eyelash line, and at the end I'm going to do like a little flick. So this is all I'm going to do for the eyeliner. I just want to give the illusion that my eyelashes are like thicker, and then I'm going to do the same on this side. So I hardly flicked it out, I just pulled it out a little bit. Same on this side. I'm going to do mascara as the last step. Now I'm going to do the rest of my face, and again I wanted to do something that's a little bit more natural, so no harsh contouring, but there is still contouring. So I'm going to use this, and this is the 3CE that I use under my eyes, and I'm taking a round brush and I'm going to put it along my hairline, contour into my hairline. And I feel like I'm looking particularly puffy today, so I'm going to shade here. I don't know why I'm looking so puffy. Maybe it's I'm sick, I don't know. Too much ice cream, who knows? Yeah. Blend it down, get rid of the double chin, and blend out the top. And now I will go to blusher. Blusher, I am using again 3CE. I love this blusher. It's my favorite blusher and it's already hit 10. But I like it because it is a very vibrant look. I'm using a slanted brush, and again, I am going to use this here and up. Oh, I really like the color of this blush. I think it makes me look much more youthful. And I think I like to do with my blush is I like to put it a little bit on my nose for that suntan look, even though it's in the middle of winter and there's no sun. But even in the cold, you know, sometimes you get like a bit pink. Your nose gets like a bit pink from the cold, and it actually looks quite cute. So I do like to do that. Not too much, but like a little bit. Now we are almost done. The last step is highlighter, and I have this very pretty highlighter from Colourpop, and this is their designer collection with Disney. So I love Disney, and I love this highlighter. I also love the lipstick that this came with. This is the Sleeping Beauty set, and obviously look at that. I love this highlighter because it has a little bit more of a pink undertone, and I think it looks very pretty and natural. So I'm going to use this brush. Dab some here. Kind of reminds me of like the Becca highlighters that I also really love. Unfortunately, Becca is now out of business thanks to COVID. I don't know if you can see here, but I love this highlighter. So I'm taking some of this brush and I am going to place it on my nose here. Yeah. Just to make my nose stand out more. I didn't contour my nose. I don't think it's necessary in this look, so I didn't. And then for my cheeks, I'm taking this, placing it on the high points. I think this actually blends in very well with the blush, but it's not very obvious. Now I'm almost done. I'm just left with my lips and my mascara. So I'm going to do my eyebrows first, my eyelashes, using my color. I'm using this mascara here. This is the CANMAKE Gokubuto mascara. Gokubuto mascara. And this is brown. So it again is not too harsh. I know it doesn't seem like it will make a big difference, but actually it does. At least to me it does. And even though this doesn't say like it's like really super waterproof, I've never had a problem with smudging with this mascara. I really like it. It's also pretty affordable. And I also like to use this on my bottom lashes, so I would just clean off the tip and then do this. So finally now I'm done with most of it. Just the finishing touch will be my lips. I have 2 lip products here. I have the Smashbox Babe Alert, and I have been loving this. I think the color is gorgeous. It's actually a little bit nude. It doesn't come out as pink as it is here. And I also have here the Revlon Super Lustrous Gloss. And so on days when I am not wearing mask, like if I know I'm going to be outdoors, I will use the gloss, but most of the time I will just use the Smashbox lip. This is a matte lipstick, but it doesn't feel dry. So it has some kind of like primer oil in it, so it doesn't feel dry and it doesn't transfer. So this is the final look. I think it looks pretty, I won't say it's very natural, but it kind of does look very festive, right? Like the color is very festive. So I really highly recommend this palette. I love the color selection in here. I think all the colors here are really gorgeous, and except this one, I don't think I would ever use this. I don't know, maybe someday, but I think the rest of the colors, every single color in here, apart from that purple, is very easy to use and easy to match. So I highly recommend you check out the palette. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you